Ryan, and then go to Ben, and then Wes.
I think this is back-to-back Saturday games. You've had big RBI hits and come from behind performances. Just how good has that felt, especially I guess with some of your struggles earlier in the season?
It's felt good. I mean, just like Coach V said, just trying to get it done. And I think that's what you try to do every AB. But I think it just happened to be in those two ABs. But I think it was almost the same hit too, just a single up the middle. Not trying to do too much, not trying to hit the ball over the wall, especially with a guy like that who has really good stuff. But I was just trying to get it done, especially with 2 outs, and Luke was at third base.
Yeah, Pav, just from the catcher's perspective, what did you see from Kirby tonight and what made him so effective?
He was keeping them off balance really well. We were mixing pretty well. Coach A called a pretty good game. And for the most part, it looked like they were waiting for a fastball to come, and it just never came. I think you saw that with the last strikeout. And I think he was dropping all of his pitches for strikes. I mean, we even went left on left change in that last inning. So for him to have the ability to do that for as long as he did was probably why that, he had so much success. But it was just that I don't think they ever knew what was coming.
Wes.
Still muted, Wes.
Yeah, Connor, how good did that hit feel there? I know that, it's no secret your average isn't where you want it to be. How big was it to kind of come through there, and you feel like that can kind of give you a boost?
Yeah, no, I agree. It felt good. I mean, at the end of the day, it just comes down to wanting to get it done. And I wanted to get it done for the other guys, not really for me. I think at the end of the day, my average isn't where I want to be, but you can look at my catching stats. I'm catching pretty well. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm here to do, is catch and keep these guys calm and keep them, in the game as much as I can too, because the pitchers matter just as much as the hitters do. So trying to balance both sides of that ball, and Coach E and I are in the cage, constantly working on it. So it'll come. I'm not worried about it. I'm not stressing it. And I'll be the first one to tell you that my attitude probably hasn't been the best, but I mean, it'll come at some point, but struggling's never fun. But if I can control one side of the ball, I'll be okay.
We'll go to Jordan next, and then back to Ryan.
Hey, Connor, Tony said on Thursday that you all kind of had to decide what your persona was going to be going into this weekend series, 2 games in and another series win. What do you feel like this team's persona is?
We're going to win, period. Any way we have to, any way we got to get it done, we're going to get it done. We could be down 5, we could be down 10, we could be down 3 like we were tonight. And at the end of the day, I think you see it a lot that we play for each other. I don't think there was a single homer hit tonight from our team, but we put up 5 runs in 1 inning. It's just wanting to pass the torch, knowing the guy behind you is going to get it done. Not one guy has to do it. And we just trust each other more than anything. I think we're playing together really well as an offense, and we're moving things like we're supposed to. So at the end of the day, I think that's what we want to do, is we just want to win, no matter what it takes, and we'll find ways to win. I think as you've seen so far, but I hope we can keep it going. But I think that's about it.
A quick follow-up to that, Tony had just said that he feels like this team has a heightened sense of determination, whether it's, something that y'all read on social media or something, but is there anything specific that you guys are just drawing that motivation for? Or is it kind of just what you said, just playing for one another?
In terms of motivation, I mean, we don't really pay attention to rankings or who picks who to win a series, or whether the legends bet on us to win the game or not, to be honest with you. So we don't really draw motivation from that. We just kind of draw motivation from each other and wanting to play for each other and win. I think at the end of the day, the rankings are what they are, and that's always going to be somebody else's decision. We can't control that, but we can control how we treat each other and how much effort we put into it. So at the end of the day, that's what we're going to do.
You're facing a pitcher like Elman, who was just cruising there, and then all of a sudden in the 6th, there's kind of a chink in the armor. Just what's the mindset in that moment?
Pour it on. I think you saw that, when he started walking guys, the energy just went up and up, and the stadium got louder, and he got sped up a little bit. And I think Leftwich came in the game and got sped up as well. But that was just one of those moments where you have to continue to pour on, more steam, for lack of a better phrase. But it's, at the end of the day, we were just trying to make him throw as many pitches as we could and then grind him down. I think he could have gone longer if he wanted to, but the way the energy was in the stadium, I don't think that it would have been, very good for him to do that. The energy was really high for the dugout, and we just wanted to keep it going.
All right, thanks, Connor.
Yep, thank you guys.
For Kirby.